Somebody's getting clean.
Yeah, sure.
but it's just a slow UTI. So she neglected it. You know, she thought it was as it was when she was a kid. I said to her, you wait for a kid to fall. Much as you don't like to admit it. Yeah.
How is she doing?
Much better, thank you. Yes.
Any chance you might be able to come to dinner tomorrow night?
I'm trying to get her to say yes. I'll let her.
After your mother brings my time, we'll celebrate it after.
I will certainly do that. Yes.
Tell her we miss you both like mad. But she didn't really.
Oh yeah, she really looks good.
Okay.
Been eating better, cooking better.
Okay. The whole sleeping issue like that.
No, sleeping is fine, but it's just sleeping a little bit longer than I had before. But now, right now, she's just going outside and pushing her. And so we spoke. So I will certainly, I will push her if I have to.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you so much.
Keep the company today. You got lots of company, I'm sure. So you're doing okay too?
Well, it's very stressful. You know? And of course, we've had the kids here.
Ready? Woo. Good morning. I have all these microphones. I feel like a press conference. I don't know why this is here. Good morning. Well, there's nothing I hate more than cutting off good conversation, so feel free to stay after chat and continue those conversations that you're having. I love hearing all that. So today is Tuesday, September 3rd. Thank you for coming from chat, or thank you for watching from home at a later time. I'm going to give you a quick overview and then jump into my remarks. Amy's going to come up and talk about flu and COVID vaccines, and also some work with Caring Communities, our risk insurance company. Amanda's going to come up and talk about open enrollment for your insurances. Jay's going to come up with an update about the greenhouse and updates on fire safety trainings. Mark Zeroli's going to come up and talk about some of the new events that have been going on WFSB, et cetera, for our marketing efforts. Barry's going to come up with amazing gratitude for the annual appeal, also sharing the percentage of residents who have participated, where we are towards our goal, and our golf tournament that's coming up this month. Heather and Lucy will come up with come up and discuss some upcoming events, and then I'll do a wrap up. So I wanted to touch base with you since share the slow goings of updates for our projects. On July 19th, I received a letter from an attorney, which was an appeal to the Superior Court of Connecticut on our project, the project that had been approved by Town Planning and Zoning. The appeal is also holding accountable Town Planning and Zoning, and so we're co-defendants in this case. What they're asking is for us to go back again and look at the comment made by an architect 40 years ago, as well as leaving the land open space for all of Bloomfield. The land is owned by our Doncaster Foundation. So remember, Doncaster Inc. is one of our organizations. We also have Doncaster Foundation, so it's a separate entity, and of course the DRA. So 3 entities under Doncaster. The board of directors will meet this week on Thursday, and they're going to discuss our upcoming options of what we can do. Number 1 would be to continue to review the next steps with the Superior Court, and that could take about 12 to 18 months. Until maybe perhaps the neighbors exhaust their money, or not. 12 to 18 months is also time and money, correct? Now, we did measure, the engineers came out to measure the houses and their property line. So it's just property line to property line. Has nothing to do with berms or front lawns or anything like that. It's just property line to property line. And only 2 of the 7 houses that are on the appeal are actually within 100 feet, which allows them to do this type of appeal. Only 2 are impacted in that way. But what might happen is if we start to go after that, they can continue to appeal these 2 homes. So it's the Wallachs and the Leapacks. So they're right at the corner where that terrible sign is, and also where Loeffler and Mountain Ave. They're those 2 right there. The other ones are within 95, 90, 92, 80 feet. So, or more. Let's see. So, but what could happen is then if we ask them to remove the other 5 neighbors, the other 5 homeowners from this appeal, again, it's time and money. And what could happen is that they could actually come back and say that the other 5 could come back and say that their needs are still not being met, and the judge needs to still consider what their objections are. So again, time and money. We could learn more about what it is that they're most hopeful for. That's one of the things we could opt to do. We could go back to the town with a brand new proposal and change everything and edit everything. And again, what are the 2 factors that are ringing in your mind? Time and money. Time and money. Now, financially, we're fine. We could definitely go into the next few years and fight this thing. That would be fine, and come out at the end a winner. But the reality is inflation keeps ticking, right? Escalations in costs, all the vendors we've pulled together, the 100 couples and singles that have applied to be charter members of Doncaster. So that always reminds me of the why. Why are we doing this? Why, right? Going back to the why. We're doing this to ensure and secure the future of our organization 10, 20 years into the future. And as we do that, we have to also look to say, well, are there going to be people that want to come? And then with all of our research and market data and interviews and all of the facts we're able to gather, there is a large portion of people that come from the areas that most of you come from that still will want to come to Doncaster and have demonstrated that by attendance at all of our events and putting down these initial deposits to move in. Now, you may have also gotten in the mail, McLean is also doing another expansion. Have you seen any of their pieces? So, and there's a for-profit company from New York trying to also get into Bloomfield. Amy, what's the name of that road? It's like the Blue Hills area over there, Patco area, which is an industrial area, and they want to build 100 apartments. They're looking to change the zoning from industrial to planned elderly congregate. So you can see the need is huge for people. And then we also know that we do it best, right? And so how do we make sure that we're offering a wonderful lifestyle and apartments to people that need those? Cottage Grove, that's the name of the road. So the judge could also, if we decide to go forward with the court case, the judge could also pull out the comment about multifamily housing. So in Bloomfield, multifamily is considered 3 units connected. In our project, out of the 32 cottages, 16 of them are either singles or duplexes. Now, we consider our whole community multifamily because we all live very close together. Just like at Seabury, that was also approved and built and seems to be going fine. So, as we move forward with all of this, and the board will help direct us on Thursday, and always remember, for those of you who are new, we have 3 residents that sit on our board. In case you didn't know, it's Sally Richter as the president of Doncaster Residents Association. Carol Gordo, it was nominated by the DRA nominating committee, as well as Carol Berry. Where's Carol? I don't see her. Carol Berry currently sits also on the board. And so you have great representation. There's also the Wheats who are moving in, they're on the board, and a couple members from Life Care on the Go. So you have a board that's very dedicated to the people who live here and work here. And so they will be helping us make all these decisions. So the other thing we could do is go forward and resubmit the application for this building without the expansion, which sounds fine until we go to ask for the loan, which we'd be taking on a loan without any extra income. And so that would down the line impact us. So you can see that there's all these different caveats to be playing with. If you think of anything or have a good question, please let me know, and I'll add it to this depository of all these questions that we're going through. The wonderful news is that we have a great attorney, Joe Williams. Those of you who came to the Town Planning and Zoning got to hear him. He's so knowledgeable about all of this. One Point has done this across the country and actually said, you know, we'd be surprised if the neighbors didn't complain. So I guess this is just part of the story. So we will continue, and as Tom Wood said, Tom Wood is the chair of our finance committee for the board. He was the CFO at American School for the Deaf before he retired, so lots of knowledge, experience, wisdom, and he talked a little bit about when they were trying to expand the American School for the Deaf about 15, 20 years ago now. He said, sometimes you just have to deal with the injustices in life. So you kind of sit back and go, all right, what's our best of the worst options, right? So I will keep you abreast on all these pieces. I'll also, in November, like I did last year, I'll do another State of Doncaster where chat will just be for project-related comments, questions. We'll bring in any of the consultants that we've been working with to go through the entire project. So questions for me? Whew. I know, right? Well, as they come up, you know, just pop in, email, let me know. This has filled all of our brains, again, without the board weighing in, so they're going to get a very big presentation on this piece that I am always transparent with everybody that I want to share with you. And so as the board moves forward and makes their decisions, we'll move forward with that.
Kelly?
Yes, Marilyn.
Will you repeat what's going to happen on this coming Thursday? What decision? I think you said somebody was meeting on, is that?
Oh, so the attorneys met with just to plan dates for the judge. So it was like a total letdown. I thought we'd have the meeting, you know, and it was just to pick dates. So now we have 3 dates. One is September 24th, and 2 in October. So there's 3 dates that we're going to give the judge, and the judge is gonna decide which of those 3 dates he can meet with us. We also have to make sure the neighbors can meet on that day too. So it's like a planning date. So the question was, is anything happening this week, this Thursday, or moving forward? But that happened last week. So yeah, thank you, Marilyn. Ruth Ann?
I guess I don't quite understand something. The 2 neighbors who property fits their requirement, you know, that they are close enough, are they on an active campaign with other neighbors to oppose?
Appeal it. So the comment was, are the neighbors in an active campaign to oppose?
With the other neighbors to go against our plan.
With the other neighbors. So yes, so there's 7 neighbors that are right on Loeffler. All those names are on the appeal that went to the Superior Court. What happens is the type of appeal that they did, you have to be within 100 feet to say that you're impacted, except that's what I was just looking for the name of. The other 5, if we decide to pursue taking them off of the appeal, The other 5 could sue for what's called a classical agreement test to prove that they would be impacted. So a land attorney would help them show their impact. So I am eternally grateful, though, from the 16th when the Bloomfield Messenger put out what was a green opinion. So really talking about the land and keeping it a farm. And so some neighbors got their opinions shared, neighbors that maybe don't live right around us, about keeping it open space. And then for the past 2 weeks, last week we had 2 articles go in by Carol Gordo and Sally Richter. And this weekend we had 2 more articles go in by Carol Berry and Irmgard Klee. Excellent articles that really were counterpoints for all of their points. The thing I enjoy about their articles is that they lay all their cards out, right? So now you know exactly what it is that they're talking about. So thank you so much for those. I think back to your question, one more thing. Even if just one of them were within 100 feet, they can bring with them anybody they want. So time and money to move forward on that. So, but we will always be professional. We will be kind. We will rise above drama. We will not play. They go low, we go high, right, Aim? That's what we say. So, and no one from Doncaster took down the sign that was on the island. Somebody who cares very deeply about Doncaster from outside of our communities did. So that says a lot. So. Let me think. Oh, one last thing. Yesterday being Labor Day, I just wanted to thank all of the staff who every day come here with such dedication to make sure that they are doing everything they can to help your quality of life. And so thank you for everybody. I see 2 or 3 rows filled with staff back there. Thank you all for all that you do. And for those who worked yesterday, thank you. Excellent, excellent work. Excellent, excellent. So I'll be around for more questions if you have them, or comments, or ideas, or past experiences. And I'll turn it over to Amy. Thank you.
So much.
Wow, that was quite a lot, right? But I think we have really, really good, well, we have first and foremost all of you, the residents, who always advise us, who just are, you know, we lean on all of you on times like this, and Kelly would agree wholeheartedly to that. We also have good partners in One Point and others to advise us. Our lawyer's phenomenal, as Kelly said. So, as we often also say, we got this, right? So on to COVID and flu clinics, right? We all want to hear about those. That time is here. So the COVID booster shots, the new ones that address the variant that we all saw in the summer, the uptick that we saw in the summer, is finally here. And so you can get that COVID booster shot at any one of your pharmacies if that's what you choose to do. If you choose to wait until we have a clinic here, that's going to be in the first week of October. We will have a clinic here. So it's up to you. You can go and get it now at one of the pharmacies, CVS, Walgreens, are the 2 pharmacies that I know of that carry them, or you can wait until we have the clinic here in October, which will be the first week in October. The flu clinic will be held by the medical clinic upstairs, as they have over the course of the last maybe 3 years. They will continue to do so, and that will be after the 15th of October. So whatever that Saturday is in October, that's when they'll have it. So more information to come. We will make sure that enough communication goes out to all of you, and that you will be able to get your flu shot here if that's what you choose to do. It will be the dose that seniors get, and if you are somebody that your physician advises you not to get the senior dose, just let me know and I'll make sure the clinic knows, so they can have both variants, both doses available.
Will it be only 1 day for the flu shot?
The question was, will it only be 1 day for the flu clinic? It will be just the 1 day for the flu clinic, like they've done in the past. We've had really good experience with that, and we've been able to get everybody in. The flu shot is a little bit easier, I would say, because we've been doing it for so long. that if that particular day you were not available, we can make sure that you can still get the flu shot. The COVID vaccine still is not something that's like a annual, and so it's always what pharmacy is willing to come here and give us the shots. So, but we'll work with you. We'll make sure that you get both shots if that's what you choose to do. So the last thing is Caring Communities. As Kelly was mentioning, Caring Communities is our liability insurance company. We are part of the organization as a part owner of the company, and every 3 years they make a visit to Doncaster to make sure that we are following best practices as it relates to risk management and making sure that we are doing everything that we can with the goal of keeping all of you, the residents, healthy and safe. So they're going to be here on October 3rd just for the day. They're going to be looking at a lot of things. They call them prescriptives. There's 8 different prescriptives that we are supposed to follow. 3 years ago, we were in the midst of, in the height of COVID, so it was a remote call that they made with us and asked us questions. So nowhere near what we are going to be doing with them this time around. So October 3rd is when they're coming, and we are knee deep in making sure that we are compliant with everything that they're looking for. So I will be here for any questions if you may have after, and I will turn this over to Amanda, who is going to be talking about open enrollment. Thank you.
All right. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm here today to talk about Medicare open enrollment. That's coming up. I've already gotten some phone calls about it and have already done some scheduling, so I thought I'd bring it up this morning. The open enrollment, this year's open enrollment for 2024 is October 15th.
25 enrollment.
Nope, it's for 2024 right now, and it starts in 2025. So you sign up October 15th through December 7th, and then for whatever you sign up for prescription insurance, it changes January 2025. So you can give me a call if this is something that you're interested in doing, and we can schedule an appointment. If this is something that you do want to do, it is, again, for your prescription insurance for 2025. You would just need to bring your current Medicare card, your current prescription card, and then know where your pharmacy is, and then bring your list of medications and/or your pill bottles. So that's it. But if anybody has any questions, please feel free to give me a call. Thank you. Next up, I believe, is Jay, right? Yep, here's Jay.
Good morning, everyone. I just had a couple updates. I wanted to give an update on the greenhouse first. The structure has been completed, the exterior part. We're doing the electrical work will be next. The heater has been ordered. Next week, a group of gentlemen are coming out to commission the environmental system. So they'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week, working on that to get that system all set, which will operate the vents, the heating, all the other environmental systems that are in there. I'm working with Butler Construction to do some work on the outside. I'm waiting for some renderings, and I just reached out to them again today. I was hoping to have those already, but I haven't gotten the exterior renderings of what we're going to do for plantings and those kind of things. And then I just wanted to bring another thing up. Jose and I have spent the last month, we did fire safety training with residents first in each neighborhood, and then we carried it over to staff. So now that we're getting to the end of all that training, just keep your ears open. You may hear a drill coming up soon. So I'll just give you a little heads up on that part. I think that was all I had. Is there any questions? Yes, Carol.
Jay, I know that a lot of plants were dug up from around the outside of the greenhouse.
Yep.
Can we incorporate those into Butler's plans so we don't have to spend a fortune on new plants, but these were healthy
Yep.
specimens.
Yep.
and I hate to lose them.
No, we will. We'll look into that. What we're trying to do is keep it so we don't have as many high plants around the structure and kind of show off the structure a little bit more. So that's kind of our goal with the direction we're going in, but we can definitely look into that. Anything else? Yes.
I have a dead tree opposite my apartment that has been there for a long time. And I would love to have them take it down before it blows down in a storm.
I'll come by and take a look at that. I think I know which one you're talking about. There's a few around the property that we're trying to get cleaned up, so the guys have been working on stuff, but yeah, we'll definitely take a look at that. And anything else? All right, I'll turn it over to Mark.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Okay, so for our marketing report for today, we're currently at 171 out of 187. That comes out to 91.4% occupied. This does include one apartment that will be officially coming back to us in a few weeks, that we will begin hopefully going through the wait list and reselling. We have 3 agreements scheduled for this month, 4 more in October, and 2 of which are on hold in addition to all of those agreements. And right now, one of those 2 on hold statuses will sign an agreement in November. So if we can keep with this trajectory, of course, in our business and in our nature, there could be more apartments that come back into our inventory. But if we can keep with this trajectory of upcoming agreements, that'll get us to 95.7%. So keep up the good work, and we're doing the same. So thank you. Just wanted to provide a reminder, speaking of new residents and agreements, just a reminder on the new resident notices that Ty works on. So Ty has been on track with posting those notices over in the resident services areas and on the bulletin board, and also providing those within your mail cubbies when they move in. But we just wanted to clarify that Ty will only print information on those notices that the incoming resident wants us to print. So if you see those notices and there isn't an email or there isn't a phone number, there's probably a reason why it's not on there. It wasn't because it was missed on our end. So just taking into account, those new resident wishes as they come in. So just to keep in mind on that. Now, as we sit here today, there are currently 2 scenarios where we have residents that will be taking temporary occupancy for specific reasons until their permanent apartment is completed and they can transition to their permanent apartment. In both of those scenarios, those residents have asked us not to announce them at chat as new residents until they move in to their permanent apartment, and that also includes those new resident notices. So as you may see them around the campus, keep in mind that we have all of that on the radar for when they permanently move into their apartments. Just wanted to recap, over the last 2 weeks, we had a total of 3 marketing events for our leads and new prospects, which we dubbed our summer speaker series, all of whom had various topics to discuss on the transition from moving to home as you age, and the mindfulness and just getting through various stages of the move to Doncaster or a community like Doncaster. Some of you may have popped into that, or one or a couple of those events. Our first speaker, which was on August 20th, Sharon Gutterman, she's a mindfulness instructor, and she has since been introduced to Donna, where we hope to have Sharon back to do more series specifically for all of you, to our residents. So more to come in process on that, but when she was here as a guest at one of the other events, we introduced her to Donna to get that ball rolling and have her come back. So, so again, stay tuned on that. In total of those 3 events, we had 93 people attend. So they were very well attended. There was a lot of great engagement with all of our attendees. You know, someone asking a question that sparked somebody else to ask a question, and that created some nice dialogue. So all 3 events were very, very successful. The 3rd event, which we had last Wednesday, Ashley Rigby, she's a professional life coach, and she brought her mother with her. Her mother is kind of like her manager as she plans and coordinates speaking events. But her mother, Terry Leonard Michaud, recently published a book called Where Are All the Kids? A Mother's Journey of Determination, and it's based on a true story. And in fact, Terry donated a book to our library, and sometime this week, Lisa confirmed that she will be cataloging it in the library. So be on the lookout for that new book and take it out and read it. This was also a book that Terry dedicated to us, and she signed as well. And then finally, WFSB did their final Great Day Connecticut shoot here with us on the 22nd of August, taking place all down at Caleb Hitchcock. They interviewed Amy, Kristen Pellegrino, and Liz Rios, and did a whole tour and video shoot of Caleb Hitchcock. So we're very excited to see the end result of that. As soon as we have the air date on Channel 3, we will pass along that information to you. So as of today, I don't have that yet. Okay. That's all I have. Any questions before I introduce Barry? Okay. Very good. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. As Kelly mentioned, we have had a very, very good year for the annual appeal. I can't thank you enough for your very generous support. All 12 of the funds that the foundation supports have received generous support. And one in particular that I wanted to mention that I'm especially happy about is the Employee Education Fund. You know, thanks to your generosity, we've been able to raise nearly $20,000 this year for the Employee Education Fund. Thank you. Yeah, that has allowed us to award 14 educational grants and we will be able to award more by the end of the year. And as a former school teacher myself, I can't tell you that that's just near and dear to my heart, because the thing I love about that fund is it's not a hand out, it's a hand up. And we're able to help some of our best employees to achieve their educational goals. And that makes them a better employee for Doncaster, as well as it improves their quality of life. So thank you again. We are at 76% participation, resident participation. That's very strong. We are within just a handful of donors of reaching our 80% goal. So if you have not made a gift, there's still plenty of time to do it by the end of the year. The amount doesn't matter. You can give as much or as little as you're able to. The participation is most important. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to give me a call, stop by the office. Be glad to help you with that. The other thing I wanted to mention is golf. How many people are playing golf? Since my last announcement about golf, we have had several residents sign up to play, and I think that's terrific. If you would like to play, if you haven't signed up and would like to play, I would suggest you do it as soon as possible, because our numbers are quickly filling up. I expect to have a very full tournament. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. Several of you have also made generous donations to our silent auction. We have received gift certificates, paintings, and just general cash donations to help us with the expenses. So that's all wonderful too. And so it promises to be a wonderful evening on September 26th at Wintonberry. And I hope you all can, if you can't play golf, come and have a good dinner. Questions for me? Okay. Thank you very much. I will hand it over to Heather. Hey, Heather.
Thank you, Barry. Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to start off with some good news. Starting tomorrow, we will have the team in here updating the system in the meeting room, which is great news. Yes, it deserves an applause. So they will be here. We are hoping they'll be done by Friday, but probably Monday. We'll let everybody know if they are done by Friday. We have moved anything that was in this room aside from the 8:30 fitness class. If you take the 8:30 fitness class in the meeting room, we were able to keep that in the meeting room as the team said they'd come in and start work after that. So that's exciting news. We have President's College starting again this semester. These should be going in your mailboxes as we speak, which is sort of the set of classes going on. It starts next week with Patrick Miller. Has anyone seen Patrick Miller? He does the silent films with the piano on stage. He's really wonderful. He'll kick off the season. Anna Swinburne is speaking from Hillstead. There's a great agenda for the classes for the fall. So these will be in your mailboxes. I think Donna might be stuffing as we speak. Also, I just wanted to mention, because we have had a lot of new residents move in, we do have, ooh, wow. Sorry. There we go.
Are they moving in there?
They're moving in right now as we speak. I just wanted everyone to know that we're all set, Kelly? Okay. We transport to several series, the Hartford Stage, Masterworks, South Mountain. There's books by the bulletin board. If anyone's interested in going on any of those trips or signing up for the subscription series, I just wanted to make sure people knew that those were there. I believe most of the concerts begin in October, but South Mountain is coming up very quickly. So stop by there if you'd like to sign up for that. And also wanted to mention the artist. It's upstairs. The artist reception this Sunday. See, they did it when I was up here because they know I'm really loud and I can talk over that. The artist reception is this Sunday, and it's featuring Susan Bradley, the work of Susan Bradley. So please come out for that. Let's see, there was one last thing I just wanted to mention before I have Lucy come up and share the exciting things happening there, is that if you are interested in voting by absentee ballot, we do have those at our reception desk, where Gwen is sitting right now and Evelyn and Rochelle are usually at. So if you'd like that, you do need to get an absentee ballot. You'll mail it to the town, and then they'll an absentee application, and then they'll mail you the ballot. The other thing is, if you did move from another state and need to register to vote, now is the time to do that too. I did post several things on the bulletin board about just sort of those processes if you have questions, but I just wanted to make sure we mention that now while we still have time to make some of those changes. I know, Ruth Ann, do you have anything to add since you're...
Buses going to...
We will. That's a great question. So, will we have buses going? We will. And we typically have them going at least 2 or 3 times during that day. Yes?
Is there an election coming up?
I think a really small election, yes. Great question. Yes.
Do you also handle the absentee ballots for Caleb, or do I?
I believe Jeanette does that. Is that true? So we can, you know what, if you want to stop by the desk, I can get you the right name to do that for. That's a great question, if anybody has any questions about that. Yes, okay. I'm getting the thumbs up from the back. All right, so if there's no, oh, sorry.
Are you going to announce that there's going to be a bus to Gretchen LeBeau's service on Friday?
So we typically don't announce that, but I can now. We typically put the notice up there, but the question was if I would announce that there is going to be a bus to Mrs. LeBeau's service. And that's in the, I believe you signed up with Diane on that. Right, Diane? Yes, at the front desk. Thank you. All right, Lucy, you're up.
Yay! Good morning, everybody. Morning. I was going to come up with some really devilish exercise to do with you guys this morning, but I figured, you know, I have too much to tell you. All right, so first and foremost about the upcoming work here in the meeting room. The classes that will be canceled are our 11:30 classes. On tomorrow and Friday, both of those classes are canceled, but in lieu of that, I am putting a exercise video on the TV at 11:30, so you can sit in your apartment at that time and keep moving. I will also, throughout the month, there will also be other times where the 11:30, unfortunately, guys, is canceled. In every time that they are canceled, there will be a video on the television for you to enjoy. I'm not going to go through every cancellation right now. It's just too confusing. I did send out a memo yesterday through the My Doncaster app, sort of listing those dates that classes are canceled, or if there are any changes. Sometimes we've been able to change location. So again, that's just throughout the month. We have quite a busy month here, and so some things have been moved around. So check your calendar. The new fall schedule, September fitness schedule is out. The changes there are we will have there will no longer be a 1:30 after lunch stretch. That is not going to go forward. And also there will be no 1:30 water walk and stretch any longer on Wednesdays. All right, but everything else is the same. I wanted to first talk about something that we're doing this year for the first time. I'm really excited about it, and that's a yoga and wellness day retreat here at Doncaster with our instructor, Sarah Billings, who's known throughout the area as one of the best yoga instructors. She has over 3,000 hours as a yoga instructor, and has taught yoga here and throughout the area. So that's going to be Saturday, September 14th. It's $50 to participate. It's going to be here in the meeting room. I have the whole agenda. There are flyers. There are more. If you want more information, please give me a call. It does not include lunch, so you can bring your own lunch, or you can order through me a box lunch provided. So that's on September 14th. Registration is required. So please give me a call. It's going to be great. We do have a lot of people. It is open to friends and family, community members. So if you want to bring a friend, it's a great way to introduce them to Doncaster. Also, our Be Well lecture this coming month is going to be on Thursday, September 12th. And it's the Mediterranean magic. And we have a nutritionist by the name of Jill Hebert, who's going to come and speak to us about the magic of eating healthy. So if you have any questions, it's going to be really exciting. We're also really excited. He only comes on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so I couldn't bring him up here to introduce him. But we have a new fitness intern from the University of Hartford, Damien Velez. And he is finishing his senior year in exercise science and hoping to go, and will be going into the doctorate for physical therapy at UHAR. He is an amazing, amazing find. We are so blessed to have him. He will be here Mondays, Wednesday, and Fridays from 8 a.m. Till noon, but he's already been here 2 days, and he won't go home. So he has been staying until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he is just a true delight. He skipped his sophomore year because he had too many credits. He's well-mannered, personable, and eager, an overachiever. Very unique in this day and age.
Is he single?
He is very single, but he's just turned 20 years old. I mean, he's just amazing. I just can't believe it. So please, if you see this very wonderful young man walking through the halls, or come down and introduce yourself. He is such a gem and such a treasure. We are so lucky to have him. Pickleball. more and more residents of you are playing pickleball. I was here yesterday, and the walkers came in and borrowed paddles, and then this morning, Mr. Connell came in and borrowed paddles, which is awesome. We're so excited. Cindy Abrams really heads up that group, so if you have any questions or want to start playing, you can contact either her or I. She's putting together different groups. She has a whole mailing list, so she'll notify you when people are playing. If you don't have a pickleball paddle, I have them in my office. I also have pickleballs. So if you need to borrow one, they're always there. So if I'm not there, you will see a bag full of pickleball rackets or paddles and pickleballs. So you can certainly come and take them anytime you wish. They're kosher. Kosher dills. Kosher dill. So anyway, so please come and use them. I've been trying to do different clinics just to introduce you to pickleball. If you're interested, let me know. I'll put together another clinic where we have some of the players, myself, we come down, we explain the rules, the incredibly difficult scoring system, and just have a lot of fun. No judgment. So if you feel like, oh, I don't, I'm going to be so bad, or oh, I'm not as good as anybody else, we're all not that good. Okay, so it's just a lot of fun. It's a way to get outside and really enjoy it. So come and talk to me or Cindy Abrams right over there. So we talked about the fitness videos. I talked to you about Damien, and now I'm going to end on some really joyous news. And that is, I don't know if all of you have been to our physical therapy department, our amazing physical therapy department, and that team that is down there. If nothing, we have a lot of fun. Anyway, just to announce that 2 weeks ago, Lauren gave birth to a 7-pound, 10-ounce, 18-inch Cormac on Saturday, August 17th. Well, this past Saturday, Brian's wife, Alyssa, welcomed, and his daughter, Grace, welcomed 8-pound, 3-ounce, 21-inch William. So we are just baby luscious down there. And of course, they had to do it as a group, right? So we're a little light on people now, but we just wanted to wish them the best, and I wanted you all to know. Thank you. If you have any questions, anybody have any questions about anything? As always, my door is open. Come down and see me. If you have any questions about anything, happy to answer. And now back to Deb.
Thank you. That was great. Babies. We have special Doncaster baby onesies that we send out, so they're going to get their gifts. Oh, Ruthie Ann, you want to make an announcement? Yeah, come here. Oh, good.
Hi, everyone. In your mailboxes today, there is an invitation for the Mud Dinner, the quarterly Mud Dinner, and reservations are being taken by our friend Roy. Roy, where are you? He's over here. So his extension is on the invitation, but in order not to overwhelm his phone, I'm going to tell you to look on your app for his email, and you can also respond to him on the email at royweddles@gmail.com. So I ask that you kind of maybe do that as well, so that he's not answering the phone 24/7. Thank you, and I hope you'll all come.
That's great. Excellent. 2 last things for me. Tomorrow, I'm going to be flying to Milwaukee. You ask why, I'm sure. It's the Novari. So Novari is our consortium of 20 communities like Doncaster across the country, the best of the best, that come together, and they have a fall and a spring CEO conference. So I'll be there with 19 other CEOs at a place called St. John's on the Water. And so look forward to touring there and seeing what I can learn. And I always share our mud dinners and what that means. People love hearing that and bringing it to their community. Academy. So I'll be there for the rest of the week, but Amy will be here, and I'm available by phone or email if anybody needs me. And then next week, we get the opportunity again to host the Connecticut Leading Age Leadership Academy, which is a group of leaders from across the state in roles like mine and Amy's and others in this room that come together 4 times a year, each time for 2 days, to discuss transformational leadership, key concepts, and practice through making ourselves our most authentic leadership selves. So we have 3 Doncaster fellows in the Academy this year. I see Jose, and we have Donna, and we have Jeanette at Caleb. She's part of this too. So this will be if you see other faces around, please feel free to say hi. We'll be in the back of the meeting room for those 2 days and doing some tours and things like that. So it's their graduation, so please say hi. And I think if I had the back of the room raise their hand, how many alumni we have from this program. It's its 11th year of and current class, raise your hand too. I mean, this is something that we're going to get everybody through, and so glad to get to host that too. Okay, I think that's it. How did we do? Ooh, it's close to 12. All right, enjoy lunch. Thank you. We'll be here for questions. Thanks.